Hello, you're watching the business headlines on HW News with me, Ali Azhar. Indian billionaire Gautam Adani is used to getting what he wants in the country. His is an admirable story of rags to riches in a single lifetime. His companies have always managed to secure the most lucrative contracts from the government, and he has always been a blue-eyed boy of the government machinery in that sense. The most recent one was just a few months back when the Adani Enterprises won all 6 tenders to privately operate airports run by the Airport Authority of India. The finger has always been pointed at him many a time for his proximity to the Modi government and that he secures such lucrative deals through his well-placed contacts. However, such allegations have never been proved. Moving beyond the borders of India, the group hasn't seen such smooth sailing. Take the massive Carmichael coal mine project in Australia for example, which at 2 billion Australian dollars, that's roughly 10,000 crore rupees, is the biggest investment by an Indian company in Australia historically and is also the largest coal mine project in the country. It has been facing regulatory hurdles ever since its inception 9 years ago. Environmental clearances, lawsuits, protests and local politics have plagued the progress of his project. The primary concern of the locals and the government is that the coal mine project is in the city of Queensland, which is near the iconic Great Barrier Reef in Australia, which is the world's largest coral reef system and may prove a danger to this sensitive ecosystem due to the possible dumping of debris in the reef. Also, the project would be dependent on groundwater for its execution, and the company had to come up with an effective groundwater management plan. Additionally, the Indian energy giant had to implement a plan to protect the endangered black-throated finch bird population as part of its crucial environmental plan at the site of the mine project. However, as luck would have it, or be it through perseverance, the Adani Group on Thursday won the environmental clearance and has received the last of the approvals needed to commence work on its ambitious Carmichael coal mine project. Preparatory activities are expected to begin immediately, which include finalizing contracts, mobilizing equipment and recruitment, which will enable it to begin construction activities, which include fencing, bridge and road upgrades, water management and civil works on the mine site. Energy giant Adani Enterprises will dig up the coal mine, extract coal, transport the extracted coal via railway line that the company will itself build to a point just off the coast of Queensland named Abbott Point. From Abbott Point port, the coal will be shipped to India for its final consumption. Building this open-cut mine and railway network is expected to cost the company 2 billion Australian dollars or 10,000 crore rupees and will deliver 1,500 direct and 6,750 indirect jobs during the construction phase and would also ensure energy security for India that would benefit from the coal supply. Coal production is expected to begin in Australia by 2021. Adani Enterprises has approvals to produce 60 million tons of thermal coal annually and initially had a plan to invest around 16.5 billion Australian dollars to achieve this level. However, due to protests over the years, the company scaled down its plan and now plans to produce just 10 million tons of coal annually at an investment of 2 billion Australian dollars. What is most interesting to note is that the final approval for Adani's long-delayed multi-billion dollar mega coal mine project comes just weeks after a surprise election win of Australia's pro-coal ruling coalition led by Prime Minister Scott Morrison that defeated the Labour Party, who took a firm stand against coal and mining activities in the region. Gautam Adani's mysterious tryst with the administration and his ability to secure lucrative deals with a favoured government in power continues, albeit this time in Australia. One of the country's oldest companies and till recently the company that held the maximum weightage in the Nifty 50 index of listed companies, ITC Ltd, is going through a major overhaul. Established in 1910 under the British rule and named Imperial Tobacco Company of India, it was primarily devoted to the manufacture and sale of cigarettes for its first 6 decades of existence. The company, however, was renamed ITC Ltd, where ITC is no longer an acronym. The company has come a long way since its inception and has diversified into FMCG projects, which includes food, juices, dairy products, and personal care products. The company has also interests in stationery products, paper products, packaging and printing, and a division for hotels, and even operates an IT company. Manufacture and sale of cigarettes, however, continue to be its mainstay, always contributing in excess of 50% of total revenues of the company that completed 100 years almost a decade ago. However, now, more than 2 decades after Virginia House, which is the head office of ITC in Kolkata, began its diversification program that would expand its consumer product lines beyond tobacco, cigarettes contributed less than half to ITC's gross sales for the first time in its history. ITC's cigarette division contributed 45.8% to its gross revenues in 2018-19. That compares with a 52% share a year ago and 61.82% and 62.70% in financial years 2016-17 and 15-16 respectively. The foods division, comprising of cookies, snacks, juices, etc., now contributes 21.3% of revenues, while agri-business generates 13.4% of revenues for fiscal 2018-19. While just 5 years ago, these divisions contributed 12.8% and 8% respectively. ITC's core tobacco business has been affected in recent years by a steep increase in taxes and trading volumes in illegal cigarettes. Therefore, ITC has been concentrating on non-cigarette businesses and has achieved double-digit growth in those sectors, more than industry rivals. And according to its chairman, Sanjeev Puri, has grown over 21-fold since 1996. FMCG products, which include packaged food items, soaps, shampoos, sour gels, apparels, and branded stationery, generated sales of about 12,500 crore rupees in FY 2019. Staying with ITC, but on a different note, total remuneration of its chairman and MD, Sanjeev Puri, jumped 52% from 4.05 crores to 6.16 crores per annum in FY 2018-19. Sanjeev Puri was recently elected as the company's chairman with effect from May 13th of this year, after YC Deveshwar, the company's longest serving chairman and CEO, passed away. The remuneration of Deveshwar in 2018-19 was 16.62 crore rupees, and in 2017-18 it was 29.85 crore rupees, making him one of the most well-paid executives in the country at that time. Thank you for watching HW News. This is me signing off. Have a great day.
Namaskar, this is Amitabh Bachchan. In India, 195.5 million people are insufficiently nourished. That's almost 14.8% of our population. It has been estimated that 1.4 tons of food goes waste every year against each hungry Indian. To help solve this issue, former Commissioner of Police D. Sivanandan has started the Roti Bank Foundation. If you have extra food during a celebration or a function, dial 86-555-80001 and Roti Bank will ensure the food doesn't go waste. They will make sure that the food reaches those who need it the most. It will allow those less fortunate ones to celebrate your joy. It takes 100 rupees to feed one child and 3,000 rupees to feed him for a full year. Should you wish to make a monetary donation, you can make one through www.rotibankindia.org or hashtag Roti Bachao Bhuk Mitao. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.